What's up, Waterstone kids? It's your boy Logan is in the house. He's starting. Give it up, Waterstone kids. Let me hear you for my boy Logan. Remember, you guys can do this too. So we love it when people come and they volunteer like our boy Logan. So if you want to do it, talk to Miss Erin, talk to Miss Raina. We can get you on the sign-up list. But let's get to things. Logan, we got questions with kids, and you're up. Hit me with the first question.
Why did they use palm branches when Jesus came to Jerusalem?
That's right. All right, so if you guys just saw the lesson, we just talked about it too. We learned about Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem, right? Where Jesus is saying, "Hear ye, hear ye, your king comes riding on a donkey," right? Essentially, Jesus is announcing publicly that he is the Messiah. And what Logan's talking about is they had these palm branches, just not exactly like this, but they're going crazy. It's a party, right? He's here, Hosanna, Hosanna, make way for the king. Why the palm branches though? That is kind of weird. Well, there's a couple of reasons why. One, I'm pretty sure they didn't have fireworks back then. Otherwise, that would be pretty cool, right? Can you imagine? Just. But also, it has to do with prophecy, right? We see in the book of Psalms. So first, prophecy. Prophecy means, like, imagine me saying, you know what? Tomorrow, Mount Helena is going to explode and be a volcano, and it's going to be crazy. You guys would look at me and be like, okay, Mr. Ben, you are cuckoo, right? You're crazy. Mount Helena is probably not going to explode tomorrow. But what if it actually did? That would be like me prophesying and it happening. Well, the Bible is full of times where people prophesied, said something would happen, and it happened. And this is one of the examples. So let me show you. All right, you, my man, you got the palm leaves. Let me jump into the prophecy. The prophecy says, all right, then shall all of the trees of the forest sing for joy before the Lord, for he comes to judge the earth. So think of this picture, right? Like if you are God of the universe, you created that tree, you created that person, you created that donkey. You can make anything do whatever you want. So of course, think of this imagery of your creation, things praising you, the trees giving way. So people who were scholars during this time, or people who studied the Torah, of course they knew about this scripture. So here they see it coming, right? The trees, we're having a party. Jesus is here, Hosanna. All right, cool. Well, that is number one. Now, to put on this crown, I'm going to ask you question number two, I think. Okay, King Ben, watch out. So question number two is, how is Jesus different from earthly kings, right? So Jesus, he was king. He was declaring himself king. How do we know Jesus? What makes him different from like King David or an earthly king or somebody?
He is perfect in that he had a perfect life.
100%. Like if I asked you, who would you rather be your king? George Washington or Jesus? You'd be like Jesus, 100%. Why? Jesus has all knowledge, all understanding, cannot sin, right? So Jesus can never do anything that's bad for you, right? So it's a good question for us to think about. Do we act like Jesus is the king of our life? I look so silly, right? Do we act like Jesus is the king of our life? Do we look to Jesus before we make decisions, before we make purchases, before we do different decisions or go places, or we live like that? We should, right? We should counsel him if he has all knowledge and all understanding. So Hosanna to King Jesus. It's a new day, new start. We can make him our king today. So let's follow the Lord, friends. All right, guys, see you next time. Thank you, Logan.